Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have got some more polygel to play with. So far I have done the Laguna Moon and I have done Model 1s. Laguna Moon I found was a lot better than the Model 1s, but I wanted to give these a go as well. This is from Amazon. I think I probably paid about a tenner for it. It wasn't a lot. I can't actually remember. I bought it quite a while ago. But it's some different colours. Look, with some glitters. Glitter. Oh, I actually had some. I got some with it. Acrylic gel, they're calling this one. Gel detergent. Sounds like very liquid. Right, so what I'm going to do is there's no clear. Okay, that's going to make this interesting to use. So I'm going to, because the plan is to do a set on myself because I haven't done one for forever. And I'm going to use my jewel forms again for that. But I wanted to do this bit to talk to you and show you what we've got. And obviously for me to have a look at them before I decide whether or not I want to put them on my fingers, really. Okay, so if there is no clear... See, what I like to do a thin layer of clear and then do the colour underneath. Because what I found with the Model 1s, although it was like a nude colour, it was very thin and it didn't wear well. Like, I ended up with divots at the side, you know, where I'm doing my hair and stuff, and my hair is literally cut through it like butter. So I know from last time that I would prefer to have a clear on as well, just to give it a bit more strength. But this doesn't have any, so I may have to nick that from another set. Right. So we have got pure white, we have got blue glitter, we have got blue, we have got green glitter, we have white glitter, so that should have been over there, and we have green. Let me get rid of the box. Right, let's have a look what these are like, and I've got some tips that I'm going to use these on. We get the fun of trying to do all of the seals, because basically one of two things is going to happen now. Either I'm going to really love these and want to do a set on myself using them, or I'm just going to go, yeah. And this is just going to go up as a review video. And then I'm like, yeah, no. Basically. Oh. Excuse you. How rude. Jesus, at least it wasn't the kids farting this time. Now it's my products. Well, the first thing I can tell you is there is not a lot going on in these tubs. Look, oh, that is how much I've just squeezed down to get in there. I don't even think I would get a set if I wanted just one of these colours. Right, let's just put some of that on my brush. Okay, what I can tell you is it's not sticky. It's moving nicely. And yeah, it's actually, it feels very nice. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. There we go. So that's that one. I'm going to cure that in the lamp. In fact, I'll cure them all at the end and then show you, because that's easier. But yeah, that's not a lot. Okay, let's see what this one's like. Again, get the air out of it. Start to squeeze Squeeze. Oh my good God, my thumbs. Oh, gee. That's a squeeze and a half there. I'm just using a small amount now because if I am going to use these, I don't want to waste it. Okay. And all I've got next to me is I've just got a little dapping dish that currently has got some isopropyl alcohol in it. Okay, this one's a bit stickier. Not sticky as in the model ones. They were like bogies. They were just so unbelievably sticky and just not firm. What's the opposite of firm? I don't know. It's really hard to describe the consistency of them. I would suggest go back and watch the video and you'll see exactly what I mean for this one. Okay, so again, it's a good consistency. It's a bit, like I say, a bit stickier than the plain, but it's not unmanageable. Nothing that's particularly difficult or anything there. That's all right. And that's lovely. Look at that. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Yeah, so I like that one. It's very nice. Okay. Next one. Put that down because I can't squeeze. They're all just going to fart on me. And yes, I am a child because every time it does it, there is a smile on my face. That is a lovely shade of blue. I like that. I like the greens as well, actually. That's why I chose them, amazingly enough, because I wanted a different coloured set. Instead of just your usual, you know, your nudes and your pinks. Again, that is beautiful to work with. Not too sticky, not too firm. That is really nice. Obviously, the ones with glitter are always going to be a bit more firm. They're full of glitter. Okay, and it keeps the colour well. Which is the other thing I found with the Model 1 was as soon as I spread it out, the colour, it's like it just disappeared. It was just really like marbly or a little bit washy. Whereas this one hasn't. Now, it may just be because it's a pastel colour and we can't tell that very well. But I don't care. Because so long as you can't see it, then that's all that matters. Okay, next one, blue glitter. Get ready for the fart. Ah, I thought it was gonna leave me hanging there. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it now just because you said it. But it did. That is beautiful. I can tell just by the look of that. I'm just going, that's nice. That is very, very pretty. Yeah, exactly the same consistency. Because you can see, you can kind of, even though my brush is, you know, it's got the stuff on it, so it shouldn't be any different, but it is slightly. Like I say, it's not unmanageable. I'd sooner have a bit of that than it running all over the place and getting stuck in the brush, and it's just not nice, that. But no, this is fine, and again, that's what we have got. Okay. See, then if I like these, I've got to think of something to do next. White. And again, yes, it's white showing it, yes, but the consistency may be very different, as we found with the Model 1s. Some of them were absolutely fine, and some of them were just, you know, the consistency change was unbelievable. Like, what is going on? It's going to do it, it's going to do it. It didn't do it. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Fluff. Okay. And again, works like a dream. Beautiful. No issue with that whatsoever. No sticky, no nothing. And holds its colour really nicely. Definitely, these are not strength, so I definitely need to bring in a clear on these. Okay, and ooh. Last but not least, I've got this song stuck in my head. It's from Nightwish. And no, I'm not going to sing it for you because, you know, I no. Okay. This that was painful. I don't know what noise that was that just came out of my mouth. It was like when I'm having one of my days when I just feel really old, you try and get out the sofa like an oh. Right, I wouldn't call that white glitter. Well, it might be white glitter, yes, but it's in a clear. It's definitely not a white going on there. Okay, same as the others, a little bit sticky. So across the board, the consistencies have been exactly the same. The glitters all feel exactly the same, and the coloured ones all feel exactly the same too. But definitely not unworkable. I like that one too. This changes everything. What shall we do? And that's that one. Right, we're going to whack those in the lamp. Not that that will probably change anything on them whatsoever. But you can just see them then after they've been cured. I'm just going to clean my brush off. Okay, this... Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to bring in, like I say, another brand of clear. Because I wouldn't trust wearing these myself with my day-to-day damage if I didn't. I kind of have some idea of where I was going to go because of the colours in it. So I was thinking about using some flowers. Hey, these are lovely. Really nice colours in here. So that was kind of my thought process. Yeah, and I definitely think I want a bit of that as well. Flowers with a bit of that. Yeah, right. Oh, right. So these are done in the lamp. Let's turn them over. And that is what we've got. Right. Bear with me. I may be back. Right, you have all been warned. Now I'm going to tell you, it's not the product's fault at all. This is me. This is my third attempt at doing polygel and jewel forms, right? This is not natural to me whatsoever. These are experiments. I am trying different things, and it's like I could do a really, really simple, basic whatever, and it was just like, no, because you don't learn like that. If you're going to do it, Go big or die trying. But the thing is when you experiment and when you play with stuff, you learn from your mistakes. So I'm going to teach you some of the mistakes. This is not a complete fail, okay? I've got a set of nails on. It's just, they're not as good as I would want them to, and I know that I can do better. Okay, now some people could look at my nails and they would not notice, but I do, right? So for me, it's not okay, and I need to work on this. So I'm using the Laguna Moon clear. Now, here's the issue with this. Even though I've spread that really, really thin, it's still too thick. Second mistake I made is I probably should have cured it for about 10 seconds in the lamp, not 30, because it's a 1 minute cure. So I didn't want to fully cure it, but I wanted to cure it enough that when I then put on the next layer, it wasn't going to all splurge onto the first layer, because that would just ruin it. That would end up in a complete mess and not work well. What I think I would have done is, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, because the Model 1 was very thin and sticky, but it flowed a lot easier than the Laguna Moon, right? So I think, I may have used the Model 1, or in fact, I probably would use a builder gel, just a clear builder gel as that first layer, because it will add some of that strength that we need, and we do need that. If you're going to do it the dual tip way, you need the strength in there. But this was too thick, and the problem is unless you can get that absolutely smooth, that first layer, it doesn't work so well then when you put the second layer in, if it's all lumpy bumpy, and it is so hard to smooth that out to such a level that you're not going to notice it on the second level. It's just not really possible with polygel, whereas builder gel will help. It will kind of self-level itself. You know, it just settles better. So I think that would have been a better option. Okay, so there's the two mistakes that I made from the outset. The effect that I get when I put these flowers in and we come in to do it is brilliant, and I love it. It is really, really nice. And as I say, this product is really nice to work with. It gave me absolutely no grief whatsoever. It was beautiful. And what I want to do with this is I want to use it on tips instead of putting it in the jewel forms, because the product itself was like I say, was lovely. No issues whatsoever. And I think if I had done this on tips, I could have smoothed that colour on really nicely and then kind of capped it in a builder gel, which, yeah, I think would have worked really, really nicely. I think that's the way to go with it. And you'll see what I mean. So later on when I tried to put the tips on, which again is not... I have not mastered the art of this one whatsoever. It gets painful. I'm not kidding you. It gets painful watching me try to do this. You know, so far in this video, I'm like going, yeah, I'm on a roll. I'm doing all right. Off we go. Then I try to attach them and it goes to crap. And that's the point, because the pressure you have to put down, obviously when you're squeezing it in, it squeezes it out. You end up with a big mess underneath, so I've had to file underneath the nail, which I do have a drill bit now for that. Woohoo! That bit's not included because, yeah, I don't know why, but it just isn't. But I'm not convinced that the jewel tips actually make this easier. That's my point here. So I've prepped the tips as far as we're going to go, because we're going to put so I'm going to dehydrate my nails. So I've already done my cuticles. I have buffed them. We're going to come in with, this is the Silcare Connective Gel, which is brilliant. I love this stuff. You only need a tiny bit, right? So just put a little bit on, You don't cover the whole nail, and then you're going to come and you're going to scrub that in. Like really scrub it. So this is quite a hard brush that I'm using. Really get it in there, and then you're going to cure that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in, we're going to put the colour then into the jewel forms, because that is what's going to get connected. It's going to connect everything together. Okay, so you need that to be wet or uncured, shall we say, in order to stick it to your finger. Okay, so that's going in the lamp. I'm going to use all three of those colours. So we've got the green, we've got the blue, and we've got the white glitter, which isn't actually white. So the glitter one, like I say, it's a bit sticky, it's a bit thicker to use, but it was fine. Honestly, I'd sooner have that than have the ones that are so sticky they're just stuck in everything, can cause you an absolute bloody nightmare. So here comes... I'm not sure I can watch this myself. I'm like, oh my God, here comes the paper. It does kind of look, by the time I finish this pinky, like I've got a bit of an ombre effect going on. So it's not horrific, but my application of it, of trying to get this tip on my finger and whatnot, just was awful. What I have established, so here comes my next tip. I need to move it much further away from my cuticle when I put these tips on, and then kind of go back in. So after it's cured and I've taken it off, where it's missing a little bit then between the cuticle and the next part, I just need to get a little bit of the stuff and just add it in. Right? So much easier. The only thing I would say is I did that on my index finger, and there is a slight line there where you can tell between one was done underneath and one was done over the top. That's because the clear is there. So if I hadn't have put the clear on there, you probably wouldn't have noticed that. So it's like a catch-21 here, because you need that extra bit of strength. But again, I think if I'd used a builder gel, or what I would do actually is I wouldn't, on the ones where I'm just doing full colour, I wouldn't necessarily put the builder gel on it first. I will just put that colour and then put the builder gel over the top. The only thing about doing the jewel forms is you're not having to tip your fingers, and you get that shape kind of automatically, so you're not having to really try to shape the nails into that what you want. But at the end of the day, I would sooner spend a bit more time and have a set that's actually going to last me 2 to 3 weeks, rather than I can guarantee you this set is not. I'm going to have to, because I've got no time to do my nails. But yeah, I don't think the jewel forms make your life easier, is what I'm saying here. There's nothing wrong with the polygel whatsoever. And yes, I admit the fact a lot of this is my application of getting these things on and what I'm doing. But I'm experimenting and I'm learning. There are not actually that many videos to do with polygel. And the ones that there are not in English. So there's no instructions as to what they are doing. Sorry, not about polygel, about using jewel forms and polygel. It's quite a difficult one. Or, you know, these people have got loads of practice on it and they just put them on and you go, oh, look, how simple was that? What? Why does that not do that for me? Because they know what they're doing and I don't. But if you've been with my channel for a long time, you know this is what I do. I experiment. I show you when it goes wrong. Right? I show you how I fix a problem. Sometimes I just accept defeat. Not very often, I would like to say. I generally don't think I accept defeat that often. And like I say, this wasn't the best set in the world. But it wasn't horrific either. So I just don't know how I ended up with some of these. I've got like white lines almost that go through some of them. And I've got no clue how. Or what. It's almost like a cracked glass almost. Like it just went a bit Right, I don't know. I really don't know. Right, I'm going to leave in some filing. I do appreciate the fact that some of this is out of shot a little bit. It's not the greatest video one, but it's very hard when you're doing it on yourself because I need to be zoomed in enough that you can actually see what I'm doing, but then try and stay in shot. So you get the idea. You get the idea. Anywho, right, so we're going to do a little bit of filing because I did some prep on my sister the other day, so you didn't need to see that. My husband is come up the stairs. He's trying to get the washing basket very quietly. And then he kind of looks at you like, you know, startled rabbit going, oh, what? You heard me. You saw me come in. I'm like, yes, amazingly enough, you're 6 foot. There is no stealth mode. I love my sanding bands to get around the cuticles. I do not decapitate my cuticles. They just get so nice and close and such a really good finish. I really, really like them. I mean, I'd like to say I didn't decapitate my fingernails that much or my cuticles that much with a hand file either. But I don't know. It just, you get a lot more precision with this than you do from a hand file, in my opinion. And because we've got ridges, I mean, look at that pinky. It's just horrific. It's like Splurgefest. It did get better. I mean, look, as we go through the fingers, the application did get better. And I do appreciate not all of the applications is in this. But by that point, from the pinky, it got a little bit further away from my cuticle. And for the blue one is where I actually come in and infill, which I don't think I've got that on. Because I was umming and ahhing about it, whether to leave it like that, but it just annoyed me so much. I was like, no, I need to do something about that. There we go. And then what I do is I like to just buff over the top. I just find top coat sticks better when it's got a nice buffed. So I'm not doing, a lot of filing here because you don't need to. All of that shape and everything is already done for you. So dual foams are great in the fact that it saves a lot of filing. So if you struggle, with wrist ache or, even trying to do it opposite handed, which actually I didn't find that easy either. In fact, my other hand doesn't have them on at all because I was like, nope, this ain't working. And I've run out of time. So, but yeah, so dual forms work well for that. It saves filing on the top, but when you look at the underneath, that's where it's not so, So I think I've kind of got to the end that I like polygel. I don't like necessarily the dual form so much, but I've got these as tips as well in this shape, and that's what I want to try next. I'm not sure whether I'll do it in the next video that I do of myself because I really would like a nice acrylic set. Yeah, I miss my acrylics because I hate the sticky feel you get with gel. Like everything just sticks to you. It's like you've got snot on you. I just don't like it. I don't like it. So I have to brace myself for that one. But yeah, I haven't had an acrylic set for quite some time. I've done 3 sets now of polygels to show you different ones and experiment with. So yeah, I think this may, at some point, I will get back to that one. There we go. Just going to give them a good brush off. And then we are going to a top coat over the top. And that's this video done. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned. If you have any tips for me, please do let me know because I do want to learn. Thanks very much. I will catch you in the next one.